Hi, everyone, and warm welcome to today's webinar on Tap into Your Money Flow. I'm so delighted that you are here. I love talking about money because most of the time it's got nothing to do with money and everything to do with love and relationships in your life. Mostly, as I will demonstrate, your primary relationships. But before we dive into that, I want to send some Reiki to the group. And while I'm sending Reiki, just allow yourself to relax. This is a universal, loving energy. It won't do any harm. It goes exactly where it's needed. And so while I'm sending that energy, allow yourself to rest back into your body. Feel your feet on the floor. Notice any parts of your body that touch the floor or touch the chair. It has a calming effect on your nervous system. And while the energy is flowing, we're going to do, if you know my work, I integrate different approaches. So we will use something called Compassion Key by Edward Mannix to help us to release any subconscious fears from the past. Usually something happened in the group context. So we're going to dissipate some of those old reactions to being in the room and having any nervousness so that you can make most of this hour. So bring your attention to your heart center and solar plexus. Imagine sending love towards your whole being. And I will guide you through a set of statements. They will all start with, I am so sorry. And it doesn't mean pity. We're just giving compassion to parts of us that may have had these experiences. So let's try it. So bring your attention to your heart center and solar plexus and send love towards your whole being and say, I'm so sorry there's so much chaos and confusion in your life right now. I am so sorry that you feel empty. I am so sorry that you feel lost. I'm so sorry you don't know whether this will work for you. I am so sorry you have tried so many things before. I'm so sorry that everything you do seems to lead to a dead end. Let's take a breath. Notice responses in your body. There might be thoughts, reactions, or nothing. So see what's happening now. Doesn't have to be long, just maybe give me a word in the chat to see how you're doing while we're landing so that we can create a firm foundations from where you can go much deeper into your exploration today. Mm. Yeah, thank you. Mhm. Great. So we're going to do a couple more of those phrases and then we'll dive into today's topic. Bring your attention to your heart center and solar plexus and imagine sending love and warmth towards your whole being. Say, I'm so sorry there is so much stress in your life. I'm so sorry that you are carrying everyone and everything on your shoulders. I am so sorry that you feel crushed under the burden of their weight. I am so sorry that you feel exhausted. I am so sorry you have to numb yourself down to survive. I am so sorry there are so many undigested experiences in your life. I am so sorry it's so hard to change a direction. I'm so sorry that you feel overwhelmed. Okay, so let's take a breath. And then from here, I'd invite you to relax into your body some more. You might notice that by saying some of these phrases, you might be landing more in your body, even though you might feel more tired for it, or you might experience things that you've been pushing away and just pushing through. And that's okay. Just come into your body the best you can. Feel your sitting bones. Notice your back against the chair. And then I'd love for you to do a little visualization. You don't have to be visual to do this. You don't have to see anything in particular. We're just going to relax into sensing the state of your money flow in this moment. Just rest back and imagine all the sources of money that are flowing to you right now. And don't judge the source, but check, where does the money flow from? Does it come from your job or your partner or your parents or your children? So where does the money is coming from? Tune into that flow and notice if there is a barrier or block or a dam or something that stops that money coming from you towards you with more abundance. Also notice if there are any avenues, other avenues for money to come in, but you just haven't noticed them or opened that door for the money to enter your life. Mhm. Yeah, thank you. Already great insights that are coming through in the chat. Just check in where you are at right now. And if you have enough information, feel free to share in the chat. Mm. By the sound of it, there are some blocks in the way. So what we're going to do is to use a different technique I do just to release this massive block that might be in the way of your money flow. So take a nice breath and please repeat after me out loud if you can. This massive block, this energy of massive block, this pure energy of massive block is not personal. This pure energy of massive block is not personal. This pure energy of massive block is not personal. And I am willing to experience it. I allow the energy to move. There might be thoughts, sensations, or nothing. Mhm. While that energy is moving, I'm going to use a different technique. I promise we're going to tap. We just need to create the foundations for it first. So when you're ready, just relax into your body. You don't have to do anything. Any contracts, agreements, curses, vows, implants, and imprints where your money flow was blocked are null and void. Clear, clear, clear. Any discordant entities drawn to these blocks and magnify them, we're going to remove them from your body, your solar plexus, your root chakra, your subconscious mind, and send them to the light, light, light. Clear, clear, clear. Mm. Okay, let's take a breath. Mm. Okay, so one more round. So any contracts, agreements, curses, vows, implants, and imprints where there was so much resistance towards money and towards this block in your body and in your mind are null and void. Clear, clear, clear. Any contracts, agreements, curses, vows, implants, and imprints that made these blocks insurmountable and too frightening are null and void. Clear, clear, clear. Any discarded entities drawn to this fear and resistance, we're going to gather them from your subconscious mind, from your back, your neck and shoulders, and send them to the light, light, light. Clear, clear, clear. Okay. Let's take a nice breath. Yeah. So again, great insights coming through. Thank you so much for sharing. And I can hear that there are there's some resistance, a sense of being not allowed, a sense that the flow is only allowed to support minimal needs and nothing more. And while I'm sending you some Reiki, I'm going to talk you through few possible causes that I see in my work with clients and in my practitioner training when I train people in my intergenerational trauma method that I'll tell you about at the end. But there are causes that are beyond our conscious comprehension. It's like consciously you know that you can do it. And it baffles you perhaps that, of course I can. Of course I know how to do this. Why? Why can't I break the code on this one? And so often when you can't identify the cause and there are all the preconditions for you to be able to make a good living, for example, and yet things are still not happening, chances are the root cause is way further down the line that you may not be consciously aware of. So one of those reasons could be karmic imprints. Okay, you don't have to believe in past lives. It's more, say, you can look at it as a collective consciousness where there was a lot of information stored in, you know, that we can tap in at our subconscious level. So, for example, one of the reasons where it can be difficult to make money in this lifetime is because there could be some past life poverty vows that somehow making money goes against your spiritual beliefs. And again, it may not be conscious. You might understand there's an exchange, etc., but there's something in you that stops you from moving forward. There could be lifetimes when, say, you were attacked, persecuted, or punished, or betrayed over the money, and you decided that you will never let money in. At some unconscious level, you might have blamed money for that betrayal and pain. Could be that you had wealth in the past life and then you lost it all, and that loss got imprinted into your subconscious mind. Now, how do we know whether there are any karmic imprints that are affecting you today? So, the way I see it in my clients is that sometimes everything feels like a matter of life and death, and you might be losing sleep over the money. You might be constantly anxious about money. You can't stop thinking about it, and it feels like it dominates your life to an extent. Even though you're not going to die right now, you've got roof over your head, you've got your basic needs met, and yet that anxiety can be so strong. Or you might feel resistance to charging for your spiritual gifts, right? You may be at some unconscious level, you may be repelling money. It's like money comes and it doesn't feel the right money or it doesn't feel the right time, and somehow you kind of avoid situations. And this is where your avenues for money coming in might be either entirely blocked or you can't even consider those avenues. And sometimes money goes out as quickly as it comes in, right? It just runs through your fingers. You try to get rid of it quicker than it comes in. So those are could be symptoms of something that's deeper than what's going on in your present day reality. The second thing I see in my clients, but actually before I carry on, let's just take a breath with that one and check in how does that land in you. And you don't have to agree or like it, but if there is a resonance, maybe just put an emoji in the chat so that you are engaged, that you are here. Yeah, good. Thank you. Yeah, and if you can't let something in, that's okay. That sometimes could be that there is a part that's so protective, feels like, well, if I open that Pandora's box, that would be frightening or threatening in whatever way, and that's okay. So the second thing I see in my clients is the ancestral imprints that affect your ability to make money. Scientists suggest that there are up to 7 generations, information about 7 generations coded in your DNA. So just think back for a second how much famine, how much war, illness, poverty, disaster happened in our ancestors' lives. And perhaps you grew up on some of the stories of martyrdom, stories about your ancestral struggles. And so there can be a lot of information that is encoded into our DNA, and it's like goes against the grain. We have all these possibilities in front of us, but something in us literally holds us back because it would go against the family code. You would betray your ancestors if you had it easy, for example, right? And so what the way it can show up in your present day life is that there might be a lot of self-sabotage. If they couldn't have it easy, if you could, they couldn't have it all, then you are not allowed. Because one of the most important instincts that's wired in us, in our DNA, in our subconscious mind, is this need to belong. And if you think about it from evolutionary perspective, if you didn't belong, if they shunned you or you were ostracized in whatever way, you couldn't survive. So that belonging, this need to belong, is so central to our being. And if you would suddenly make money easily and with joy and love, somehow you would stand out. You wouldn't necessarily belong with your family. Stories of hardship and struggle. Sometimes you know that there are some ancestral stories when you can see recurring patterns in the family line. I was working with a client recently. She's 38. She's going through a painful divorce. And she was telling me how her mother divorced her father when she was 38. And interestingly, her mother went on and studied and changed the career. And this woman is going through the same pattern as well. So, what often happens is we come into this life, we know something's wrong. You might be quite a sensitive child. You want to help, but how can you help something you haven't experienced, right? How can you fix that? So, we absorbed parental energies and then we replay them in our life so that we can find some sort of resolution, not just to our problem, but also to our parents or ancestral problems. So, another signal and symptom of ancestral imprints is that you might be holding yourself back out of fear of outgrowing people you love. And one more symptom I see is that people kind of have this financial glass ceiling. They can earn only so much, but not above that. And if you inquire, often there is some sort of ceiling like that in the family. Like I was working with teacher, and she used to say there was a point, like she could make money to that point and never beyond. And once she inquired, she realized that her dad used to make that much. And the idea of earning more than him meant that she could emasculate him somehow. And so she held herself back. So let's take a breath with this one. How's everyone doing? How's that landing? Mhm. Great. Okay. So a lot of resonance. Thank you so much. Thank you. for sharing. So the third thing I want to share, and this will be the final one before we start tapping, is about womb imprints. Okay, so when you have financial problems, I bet you don't think about your time in your mother's womb. But I guarantee that a lot of what you're experiencing today has been imprinted at that deeply unconscious level. And that's why it's so hard to deal with the symptoms of what you're experiencing, because the cause is way back in the womb, right? A lot of us absorb mother's energy and mother's problems, right? We're made of her cells. So whatever karma, whatever trauma she had carried, you were initially made of that. And up to the age of 2, you don't even feel separate from your mother energetically. So everything she feels, you feel. And if your mother had any money blocks, imagine what's going to happen, right? Another thing I see is that, say, mother is not ready to birth you. And so the first reaction to having you is like, oh no. And it's not personal. It's not because it's you. It's just she wasn't ready for whatever reason. But that rejection gets imprinted into our subconscious mind. And then it plays out everywhere, whether it's career, clients rejecting you, whether it's your relationships, it'll show up everywhere, including with money, to the point that you will feel like you're being rejected or avoided by money. Another interesting thing about the womb, say the womb was depleted because the mother had too many children or had abortions or miscarriages, and just there wasn't enough nutrients because she was too stressed. You learn to survive on nothing, right? And then that imprint carries on through life. And some people like really pride themselves that they can just be so resourceful and survive on practically nothing because that's got imprinted into our psyche. And too much coming in can actually feel quite overwhelming. It's as if you can't deal with it, right? And it's good things coming in, but it might be like, whoa, slow that down. So how can womb imprint show up in your present day life? So there can be ambivalence, right? Like ambivalence about doing things, about even sometimes, I mean, I'm not suggesting anybody's suicidal, but sometimes even ambivalence to being here. It's like, oh, what's the point? I'm gonna work really hard and then what? There can be struggle to commit to one thing. Either kind of scattered and doing everything, but nothing at the same time. And it's quite hard to just stay with the task and see it to the finish line. There might be a lot of fear of loss, right? I'd rather not have it at all than have it and then lose it. It could be related to some sort of loss that the mother experienced, whether it's a miscarriage or any other way. So how's this landing? It's a lot of information. I appreciate that. Yeah, great. And for some people, some of these will be stronger than others. Great. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, how does this relate to what we do today? These are the subconscious blockers that could stop your money flow. And there's no reason why money couldn't flow to you right now because there's so much, like the universe is abundant. There's plenty for everybody. But some of these unconscious imprints are likely to get in the way of you having what you want. So, what I'd love for you to do is to say, it's safe for me, and you just feel into it, see what resonates with you more. Let's find it together. So, it's collectively. So, it's safe for me to receive and enjoy money. It's safe for me for money to flow to me. What's the safety aspect that you need to explore? Let me know. I know it's not safe yet, but yeah, flow and enjoy. I can welcome money. That's nice. Yes. Okay. Okay. So the one that's not safe, we will do that. It's safe for money to flow to me. I need to write it down because once we release the energy, I can't remember the phrase. It's safe for money to flow to me. Right. And you can have your own intention if you prefer, but I will do something for the collective. So in a moment, I'm going to invite you to say the statement out loud and then check in with your body. Notice on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 is the truth, 0 it doesn't feel true at all. See what number shows up. Okay, let's do it. So nice breath. It's safe for money to flow to me. Mhm. So 10 is the truth, 0 it doesn't feel true at all. And if your number is quite high, you might consider saying something that feels charged. For example, it's safe for me to enjoy money, or it's safe for me to hold on to money, whatever that the block is for you, okay? So that you could make most of this experience. We're gonna start tapping on the karate chop. Even though it's not safe for money to flow to me with ease, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though it's not for plenty of money to flow to me with ease, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Let's do it one more time. Even though it's not safe for plenty of money to flow to me with ease, I deeply and completely love and accept myself and anyone else who might be involved because I choose to be that free. So, top of your head. It's not safe for money to flow to me. So, start of your eyebrows. It's not safe for money to flow with me to me. So, if you can to tap on these points, it'd be great if you could, because it's releasing all this stagnant energy from your body. So, end of your eyebrows. I just don't feel safe when money comes under your eyes. I don't feel safe being seen as wealthy under your nose. It doesn't fit in my identity. Chin. I am a survivor. I learned to function on nothing. Chest. I just don't feel safe receiving money under your arm. Easy come, easy go. Top of your head. Even if money comes, it doesn't stay. Start of your eyebrows. I don't feel safe receiving plenty of money. End of your eyebrows. Even if I receive it, it has to be through hard work. Under your eyes. I have to make money through hard work. Under your nose. Otherwise, it's not valid or valuable. Chin. So, for whatever reason, I've been blocking my money flow. Chest. because it doesn't feel safe under your arm. And I don't know why, top of your head. Maybe it's some past life experiences, start of your eyebrows, where I vowed to never have plenty of money, end of your eyebrows. I've been blaming money for everything that goes wrong, under your eyes. I want people to love me for myself and not for money, under your nose. I don't trust money, chin. I don't trust myself with money, chest. Money feels dangerous, under your arm. Money means power, top of your head. And I'm scared of being powerful, start of your eyebrows. Because when I had power in the past lives, end of your eyebrows, I somehow misused it and hurt other people, under your eyes. So I have to reject money to avoid my power, under your nose. But money has nothing to do with power, chin. No, it does, I hear, chest. All these wealthy people doing unspeakable things, under your arm. So I vowed I would never be like them, top of your head. I judge people who have lots of money, start of your eyebrows. They do terrible things, end of your eyebrows. So to be a good person, under your eyes, I have to avoid money, under your nose. I just don't feel safe with money, chin. It's not safe to receive it. And it's not safe to make it from my gifts, under your arm. It might make me a bad person. I'm not allowed to enjoy money, start of your eyebrows. Money is for survival, end of your eyebrows. It's hard for me to relax and enjoy what I have, under your eyes. It's not safe to receive money with ease and joy, under your nose. I have so much resistance to money and what it symbolizes, chin. So I very cleverly block it, chest. I don't trust money, under your arm. I don't trust other people, top of your head. I don't trust myself with money. Okay, let's take a breath. I shake it off. Take some water if you have some. And then let's say our statement again and check in with the number and notice what number shows up. It's safe for plenty of money to flow to me with ease. I added a couple of words based on people's comments earlier. Great. Wonderful. Yeah. This is so common, right? Like there is a comment about link between money and the family, and so somehow it doesn't make it safe enough to receive it. So when you say it again, what objections can you hear? It's safe for plenty of money to flow to me with ease. What objections can you hear? Mhm. Okay, thank you. Mhm. Great. Yeah, Trace, it's good to have that sticking point so that we can release it. Right, excellent. Thank you very much for all your input. Let's do it. So we go to the karate chop again. So even though it's not safe for plenty of money to flow to me, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. One more time. Even though it's not safe for plenty of money to flow to me with ease, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. So, top of your head, I don't feel safe. Start of your eyebrows. I feel overwhelmed when money flows to me easily. End of your eyebrows. I don't feel safe from other people. Under your eyes. They might envy me. Under your nose. There will be so many expectations. Chin. There will be so many demands and pressures. And so a part of me is cleverly avoiding money. Under your arm. I somehow believe that I don't deserve money. Top of your head. I'm still punishing myself for something that I can't remember. Start of your eyebrows. If I have more, other people will have less. End of your eyebrows. So it's not fair for me to have more. Under your eyes. I'm only allowed enough to survive. So I've been avoiding money at all cost. Chin. I learned to be happy with what I have. Chest. I don't know how to manage money, so I repel it. And under your arm, I feel so contracted around money because I have to work really hard for it. Top of your head. I need to perform and present myself in a certain way. Start of your eyebrows. And it all feels too hard. End of your eyebrows. Besides, I can't even keep it. Under your eyes. I just don't feel ready to have a consistent flow of money. Under your nose. Money requires so much hard work. Chin. And I'm already exhausted. Chest. I have no energy for money. Under your arm. I just feel like I don't have what it takes. Top of your head. Besides, why bother? Start of your eyebrows. If I have plenty of money, end of your eyebrows, I will somehow betray my ancestors. Under your eyes. If they had it hard, I'm not allowed to have it easy. under your nose. Money means more responsibility, chin. And I don't want to feel that responsible, chest. Money is allowed only for useful things, under your arm. If I have plenty of money, I'll be lonely, top of your head. I just don't feel safe to receive money with ease, start of your eyebrows. Money is not trustworthy, end of your eyebrows. It's just never there when I need it, under your eyes. I lack the confidence that's necessary to have plenty of money, under your nose. If I want money, I have to ask for it, and that feels like begging, chin. It's just too hard, chest. I've managed to survive on very little so far, under your arm. So I don't need any more, top of your head. So I'm brilliantly restricting money flow into my life. Okay, so let's take a breath. Let's say it again. It's safe for plenty of money to flow to me with ease. On a scale of 0 to 10, where are we? Great. Nice movement. Okay. That's okay. It's okay. It's just great information, right? Whatever your number is, it's just information. It's not a verdict. Doesn't mean it'll be like that forever. It's just information that there's something that needs loving attention. Yeah, and if something's coming up, just being really gentle with yourself. Okay. So if there is if there's still some objection or resistance, what shows up? What is it that still holding on and saying, no, 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 can't go there. Can have plenty of it with ease. Mhm. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. All right. Mhm. Let's do one final round, trusting that whatever needs to be released today will be released. And it's a big topic, right? As I talk to you about those some of those core reasons why there might be blockages, there can be so many different angles on this topic. So we'll do what we can today, and then I'll tell you more about what's possible if this approach resonates with you. All right, let's do it. So even though it's not safe for me to have plenty of money with ease, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Top of your head. It's just money is not for me. Start of your eyebrows. My family knew I was no good with money. End of your eyebrows. And I've been trying to prove them wrong, under your eyes, but I'm also trying to prove them right, under your nose. So it just leaves me confused. Chin. Besides, there's never enough. Chin. It goes out faster than it comes in. Under your arm. I have to sacrifice something in order to have money. Top of your head. I have to destroy my health for money. Start of your eyebrows. I fear that I will ruin my relationships if I pursue money. End of your eyebrows. I always have to choose between love and money. Under your eyes. And I decided that I would rather choose love and reject money. Under your nose. There are too many sacrifices when it comes to money. Chin. It's just not safe to have money because people will steal it or ask for it. Chest. I won't be able to enjoy money anyway. Under your arm. There's a belief in me that somehow I'm not capable of managing money. Top of your head. I just don't know how. Start of your eyebrows. I didn't have any healthy examples of dealing with money. End of your eyebrows. And I'm still running my family patterns around money. Under your eyes. I have to rely on other people for money. Under your nose. I have no lived experience of having plenty at all times. Chin. I will feel indebted to other people. Chest. They might become envious and angry with me. Under your arm. I might feel cursed by others. Top of your head. So I've been repelling money for so long. Start of your eyebrows. And I'm processing all these feelings. End of your eyebrows. I love and appreciate all these parts of me under your eyes that try to keep me safe under your nose. And I wonder if there are other ways of being safe, chin, while having plenty of money with ease, chest. I don't betray my ancestors by having more abundance under your arm. I'm open to the possibility that I can honor them in other ways. Top of your head. I'm open to possibility that money could flow to me with ease. Start of your eyebrows. I'm opening to the possibility that it doesn't have to kill me in the process. End of your eyebrows. I'm opening to the possibility that money could be loving under your eyes. I'm opening to the possibility that money could be joyful under your nose. I'm remembering that money is just energy, chin. And I'm having an energy exchange with other people, chest. I don't question when the supermarket charges me for my food under your arm. I deserve money. Top of your head. I deserve plenty of money with ease. Right, everyone. Nice breath. How's everyone doing? And check your number if you wish. It's safe for plenty of money to flow to me with ease. Yeah. Yes. Great. Great. Thank you for your comments. Wonderful. Excellent. Really good shifts. Great. Oh, fantastic. Thank you so much. That's wonderful. Very heartening to see that. Ah, thank you. So I want to shift gears and tell you about my programs where I do this kind of thing. And we go right to the heart of it all with all the karmic, ancestral, parental imprints. I teach that. What I did a little bit for you today, I teach that framework to those who are healers, coaches, practitioners, and you can use it with your own clients. I have trained two cohorts of wonderful people. Some of them are in the room. Thank you for joining me. And it's life changing. And I would love that for you too. It's part of the program. But the whole program is about stepping into your power as a healer. I'm hugely excited about this. So I'm trying to contain the excitement, but here we go. And within that, we cover the money because it's such a tangible external signal for the internal shifts that we may be having. I personally love it because it kind of shows me how much I grow, how much my capacity can expand to hold good things in life. It's just one element, it's not all of it, but it's kind of very obvious because it's you can see it in your bank account, right? So that whole component of money healing is inbuilt into the program. You learn through action. There is lots of healing that's happening for you. And whatever as you learn the framework you are experiencing, it's experiential, it's not something theoretical. You practice throughout the course, and it's very exciting. It's a 3-month course. And I'd love to welcome you. Like, if this resonates with you and you want to like really step into your power. You know you've got it. You know that you've got a lot to offer, but there are all these invisible blocks that stop you from coming forward with your gifts. Then level one is for you. There's an option to join both level one and level two training. Level two is a 3-month training as well. And this is where you go not just from embodying the identity of a powerful healer, you're going to the next level where you are embodying somebody who has a healing business, right? Because it's not just something that we do for other people. You look at it differently. And as part of that training, I teach you about your unique money archetypes because we are all different when it comes to money. And building on your own strengths takes out all the overthinking about what other people do and how it should be done. It comes from an innate strength. I also teach you how your attachment styles impact your marketing, right? How you show up in the world will be very much impacted by some of that core wounding that can be formed in that attachment phase of your life. I teach you all sorts in the level two, but the whole point is that you are stepping into another identity, not just a practitioner, but also a practitioner who has a thriving business, and something that I hopefully embody for you. If you join me this weekend, I'm going to have a very fast action bonus for those who that just decide, okay, I'm ready, I'm going to jump on board. I'm going to offer a bonus one-to-one coaching on your unique money archetypes. It's only 48 hours. So if this is something that you've been thinking about or sitting on the fence, now's the time. Come on board. If you join both levels of training, you can save £833 on a bundle of two trainings. And when you join the practitioner training, whichever level, you will get access to 6 months in my healing room. And healing room has got monthly tapping sessions like this. It has resources with ancestral healing where you can go and do your own healing online. Plus, you will get access to my Unlock Unlimited Love and Money course, which will be happening live in November. So you will go way deeper into what I was just trying to give you a little flavor today within the course of 5 weeks. And one more. So if you join me again, one of these levels, you will also get a love and success bundle, which is 8 recorded guided healing, 15, 20 minutes just on the go. Anytime you need to tap into self-love or success or self-worth, you will have something at the fingertips. I'd love to hear if you have any questions. I will pop the link in the comments and I will send you an email with all this information as well so that you don't have to carry it. But if you need to hop off because we're at the top of the hour, that's okay. But I'll stay for a couple of minutes in case you have any questions. It's been wonderful to have you all. Thank you so much. You were game, and I hope it serves you well. I hope that there are multiple streams of income coming your way, creating more joy, more peace, more stability, more love in your life. Money can be very loving. Great. You're so welcome. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for your willingness. I really appreciate you all here. And if all that you needed was this, then great. I love being in service. So thank you for joining me. And there is an invitation. If you want to go deeper and bigger into all of this, then there is an avenue. There is a flow that can take you in that direction. I don't see any questions. Again, I'll linger for a minute in case. Okay, Sylvia, I just posted it above, but I will send an email will come out in like 5 minutes. I hear you, Natalie. I'm happy to chat to you about it if you need that extra clarity. Thank you, Linda. I look forward to hearing from you. Sylvia, I just posted. Yeah. And thank you for those who are still with me. I've heard you people still online. Thank you. Thank you so much. It means a lot. The training starts on 22nd of September, so level 1, and then you'll carry on through. If you decide to do level 2, that will start in January. So level 1 starts in mid-September till mid-December. Yeah, sure, Asa, that's fine. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate you. Go well. Drink lots of water. Let it flush it all out. Bye for now. Okay, Maninda, no problem. I'll email you. Much love to you all too. Thank you. Blessings to you all. Thank you. Thank you for your generosity of heart and being here. Bye-bye.